So if you have a large laser scan file and you're working in different areas inside of that scan, how do you tell which one's what area? Well, in this video, I'll show you how to do that. So in a project, you might be working on multiple areas or multiple regions in that plant or inside that facility, and you might have one big laser scan file. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make what they call regions for a particular area. Now, there are some limitations to this, and we'll kind of get over into that in this video. So let's just take the scan that we've got right here on the screen, and we're going to kind of go into a bird's eye view, a plan view of it. Now, right now you can see that everything is like all over the place. We've got one big scan. We've got these tanks right here that we've only got a portion of because they're not part of the project. Only this area is, but we've got two different areas in this project. So what we're going to do is split this cooler tower into one area and then this into one area or region. Okay, so what I would suggest first is let's go into a more orthographic view. Right now we're in a parallel view, and so we can kind of see the edges and everything. We want to look directly on top of everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to right here. So on your left hand side, go to your monitor, okay, your display settings, and you're going to scroll over to the big gigantic eyeball. And we're going to go, instead of perspective, we're going to go into a more orthographic view. So we're going to click that and watch what happens to the screen. Okay, so now we're not getting the sides of the tanks. We're not getting any kind of weird kind of, parallel view that we were getting. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to select this. We want to do this into two areas. We've got the cooling tower here, and we've got the exchanger area over here. Okay, so we're going to select this area first. And what you do is you click on window. Now you can do fence, you can do a plane, but we're going to just do a window for this exercise. Okay, so we're going to do this. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on that, drag over, okay, until you get the area that you want. Okay, now it might be hard to see. There is a dotted line wherever your mouse is. Okay, and now it's highlighted this area right here. Okay, so once we've got that area, we can go to region. Okay, it's the second one. We're going to do region, new region, and we're going to just call this cooling tower. Okay, and we're going to hit OK. Now we have that as highlighted as green. If we wanted to change it, we could. No big deal. So now we're going to do the exchanger area over here. So we're going to do window. And again, we're just going to right click and drag. Now we got it highlighted as a yellow. We're going to go new region or region, new. And we're going to say this is the exchanger. Okay. And that one's blue. Okay. So now if you hover over the regions, you can see that we have two. So let's go ahead and close this out. Okay. We go over to our project navigator here. And we're going to go, let's go ahead and bring this out so we can read it better. So we got view states, we got scan regions, we got scan locations, annotations, classifications. Okay. So we're going to do scan regions, and you can see that all our unsigned points. If we click on this eyeball and close this, what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of all the other part of the scan that has not been defined. And so we're going to go ahead and turn that off. And we only want to see like the cooling tower. So we're going to turn this one off. Okay. So now if we roll over, we can see just the cooling towers area. Okay. So now we're going to save this. Now, depending on the size of your scan, it might take a few minutes to save. Might be really fast like it was there. So now we're going to go into AutoCAD and we're going to insert this scan. So basically just go to X reference. It'll bring up your X reference dialog box. Change this to point cloud. Okay, it's going to ask us where we want to. Here's our scan project number 2. We're going to hit open. Okay, it's going to ask you a couple of things. Specify on screen. Always try to do it on 0, 0, 0 because your scan should be on coordinates, and that's a totally different video and a totally different, soapbox. Specify on screen. You want it 0, 0, 0. You want to scan as come in on a scale of 1. No rotation. Zoom to point cloud. So wherever that point cloud gets inserted, it's going to zoom into that location. So we're going to hit OK. So there's our scan. Okay. Now you can see that it's our complete scan. It's got everything. And AutoCAD's trying to catch up here. So we're done with this. So we can go ahead and close that. Okay. Now if we click on the scan inside of AutoCAD, and we go over to our point cloud manager. Okay, it'll bring, but we have our exchanger and we have our cooling tower. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to turn the scan off and we just want the cooling tower. Unassigned, and there's our cooling tower. So now you just have the region that you're dealing with that you want to work with. So you got your cooling tower, we turn that off, we turn our exchanger on, there's our exchanger, and now you can see that. So one of the biggest drawbacks and limitations when it comes to defining your regions is that your scans cannot have any overlapping areas for those regions. So if we wanted to add some of this into our secondary region for our exchangers, you would not be able to. You would only be able to do it to one region. So one area of the scan can only be in one region. It's kind of a, disappointment. It's kind of a limitation, but it should work just fine. You just kind of work around it. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit about regions and how to create them inside of ReCap, and then use them inside of your project inside of AutoCAD. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, put a comment down below, and I try to get to those as fast as I possibly can. So until next time.